Knowing when the big O, as ovulation, occurs is key when trying to conceive. This video is all about pinpointing ovulation. Here are 8 reliable and tested methods to help you pin down the big day and pin each other down for baby-making activities. First method, watch the calendar. Ovulation most often occurs halfway through your menstrual cycle. The average cycle lasts 28 days, counting from the first day of one period, or day 1, to the first day of the next period. But as with everything pregnancy-related, there's a wide range of normal when it comes to menstrual cycles. They can run anywhere from 23 days to 35 days, and your own cycle may vary slightly from month to month. By keeping a menstrual calendar for a few months, you can get an idea of what's normal for you. Also, when you become pregnant, this calendar will help give you a better estimate of your baby's due date. If your periods are irregular, you'll need to be more alert for other signs of ovulation, which we will cover next. Second method, take your temperature. Keeping track of your basal body temperature, or BBT, can help you pinpoint ovulation. You'll need a special basal body thermometer to do this. Your BBT is the baseline reading you get first thing in the morning after at least 3 to 5 hours of sleep and before you get out of bed, talk, or even sit up. Your BBT changes throughout your cycle, reaching its lowest point at ovulation and then rising dramatically for about half a degree within a day or so after ovulation occurs. Keep in mind that charting your BBT will not enable you to predict the day you ovulate, but rather it gives you evidence of ovulation 2 to 3 days after it has occurred. Over a few months, it will help you to see a pattern in your cycles, enabling you to predict when ovulation will occur in future cycles. Third method, check your underwear. Another sign you can be alert for is the appearance, increase in quantity, and change in consistency of cervical mucus. Just to be clear, cervical mucus is the sticky stuff that gets in your underwear. After your period ends, don't expect much, if any, cervical mucus. As the cycle proceeds, you'll notice an increase in the amount of mucus with an often white or cloudy appearance. And if you try to stretch it between your fingers, it'll break apart. As you get closer to ovulation, this mucus becomes even more copious, but now it's thinner, clearer, and has a slippery consistency similar to an egg white. If you try to stretch it between your fingers, you'll be able to pull it into a string a few inches long before it breaks. How's that for fun in the bathroom? This is yet another sign of impending ovulation, as well as a sign that it's time to get out of the bathroom and get busy in the bedroom. Once ovulation occurs, you may either become dry again or develop a thicker discharge. Combined with cervical position, which we will cover in a moment, and BBT on a single chart, cervical mucus can be an extremely useful tool in pinpointing the day on which you are most likely to ovulate, even if it is slightly messy. Fourth method, get to know your cervix. As your body senses the hormone shifts that indicate an egg is about to be released from the ovary, it begins to ready itself for incoming hordes of sperm to give the egg its best chance of getting fertilized. One detectable sign of oncoming ovulation is the position of the cervix itself. Cervix is that neck-like passage between your vagina and uterus. During the beginning of a cycle, your cervix is low, hard, and closed. But as ovulation approaches, it pulls back up, softens a bit, and opens just a little to let the sperm through on their way to their target. Some women can easily feel these changes, others maybe not that much. If you want to try, check your cervix daily using 1 or 2 fingers and keep a chart of your observations. Fifth method, middle pain. If you're like 20% of women, your body will let you know when ovulation is taking place by sending a bulletin in the form of a twinge of pain or a series of cramps in your lower abdominal area, usually localized to one side, the side where you're ovulating. Called the middle pain, this monthly reminder of fertility is thought to be the result of the maturation or release of an egg from an ovary. Sixth method, pee on a stick. Ovulation Predictor Kits, or OPKs, are able to pinpoint your date of ovulation 12 to 24 hours in advance by measuring levels of luteinizing hormone, or LH, which is the last of the hormones to hit its peak before ovulation actually occurs. All you have to do is pee on a stick and wait for the indicator to tell you whether you're about to ovulate. Seventh method, watch your watch. Another option in the ovulation test arsenal is a device you wear on your wrist that detects the numerous salts, like chloride, sodium, or potassium, in your sweat, which differ during different times of the month. There are also devices worn on the wrist that track physiological parameters like skin temperature, resting pulse rate, and breathing rate to predict the fertile window. The key to success in using this latest technology is to make sure to get an accurate baseline of your ion levels, which means you'll need to wear the device on your wrist for at least 6 continuous hours to get a proper baseline. There are also smart rings for this purpose. 8 method, spit a little. Another ovulation predictor is a saliva test, which tests the levels of estrogen in your saliva as ovulation nears. When you're ovulating, a look at your saliva under the test's eyepiece will reveal a microscopic pattern that resembles the leaves of a fern plant or frost on a windowpane. Not all women get a good fern, but this test, which is reusable, can be cheaper than those pee-on sticks. If you have already had experience with pinpointing ovulation, which of these ovulation pinpointing methods do you consider to be the best or helped you the most? Let us know in the comments. So there you have it, future family builders. That's the lowdown on pinpointing ovulation. From tracking your cycle like a hawk to getting cozy with your cervix, yes, you heard that right. You've got a whole arsenal of tools to help you time those baby-making activities just right. Remember, everybody is different, so what works for your bestie might not work for you. Experiment, have fun, and don't stress too much if things don't happen overnight. After all, making a baby is supposed to be enjoyable, right? If you found these tips helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to 9 Months and Beyond for more conception, pregnancy, and parenthood wisdom. And if you have any ovulation tracking tips of your own, share them in the comments below. We're all in this together. Now go forth and conquer that ovulation, and we'll see you in the next video.